Welcome back to an unfiltered and adrenaline-fueled journey into the heart of law enforcement action. Today, we're diving deep into a jaw-dropping compilation of the most intense, shocking, and downright unbelievable police encounters ever caught on camera. From high-speed chases that push the limits to life-threatening confrontations and chaotic arrests, every moment is packed with suspense. You'll witness the split-second decisions officers make, the unpredictable dangers they face, and the raw reality of their daily battles. Buckle up, stay alert, and prepare for an edge-of-your-seat experience like no other. Reckless pursuit ends in collision and taser arrest. We begin with a heart-pounding chase. Officers initiate a traffic stop, but the driver of a green Honda SUV decides to escalate the situation dramatically. Ignoring all signals, he floors the accelerator, transforming a routine stop into a high-speed pursuit. The suspect weaves through traffic, endangering both officers and civilians, showing a blatant disregard for public safety. The chase culminates in a violent collision as the SUV slams into a patrol car, causing significant damage and injuring an officer. The impact is severe, but the suspect's defiance doesn't end there. He attempts to flee on foot, trying to escape the consequences of his actions. However, his efforts are futile as officers quickly apprehend him, using a taser to subdue him. He is arrested and faces serious charges, including unauthorized vehicle use and evading arrest, reflecting the gravity of his reckless behavior. Taser deployment and violent resistance. Next, we witness a suspect who, after allegedly stealing a car, returns to his residence, seemingly believing he's evaded capture. However, police are already on his trail. When officers confront him and order him to stop, he becomes combative, pushing an officer and making a desperate attempt to flee. The situation quickly escalates as the suspect demonstrates a violent resistance to arrest. Even after the initial taser deployment, he continues to fight and run, showing an extraordinary level of defiance. Officers are forced to deploy the taser multiple times, ultimately bringing him to the ground and into custody. He is charged with unauthorized vehicle use and resisting arrest, underscoring the severity of his actions. Rooftop confrontation and tragic medical emergency. This clip captures a tense and emotionally charged standoff on a rooftop. A man, armed with a knife, refuses to cooperate with officers, creating a dangerous and volatile situation. He throws objects from the roof, posing a significant risk to himself and those below. Officers attempt to de-escalate the situation, trying to reason with him and bring him down safely, but their efforts are met with resistance. As the situation escalates, police are forced to deploy a taser to subdue him. Tragically, the suspect, Herrera, suffers a medical emergency after being taken to the hospital and later passes away. The cause of the heart attack remains unclear, adding a somber and tragic dimension to this otherwise high-intensity encounter. Drug case, shooting, and fleeing suspects. A routine traffic stop quickly transforms into a chaotic scene. The driver of an SUV, attempting to avoid apprehension, rams into officers and flees the scene. The passenger also attempts to escape on foot, leading to a multi-pronged pursuit. During the chase, shots are fired by police, adding a layer of danger and urgency to the situation. Both suspects are eventually apprehended and taken to the hospital for minor injuries sustained during their attempts to flee. A subsequent search of the vehicle reveals drugs, leading to their detention and further investigation. Dragged officer and high-speed chase for pickup. This clip captures a terrifying moment of violence and desperation. A teenager during a traffic stop attempts to flee the scene, dragging an officer with the vehicle. The officer, thankfully, manages to escape unharmed, but the suspects remain at large. The incident triggers a high-speed chase as police pursue the vehicle, determined to bring the suspects to justice. Fatal shooting. Incident after suspect reaches for object. A suspect who, after fleeing from police, makes a sudden and alarming move. He reaches for an unknown object, leading officers to believe it is a gun. In the split-second decision that follows, officers open fire. Tragically, the suspect, John, does not survive his injuries. It is later discovered that the object he reached for was merely a stick. This incident underscores the difficult and often life-or-death decisions law enforcement officers must make in high-pressure situations. drunk driving, racist rants, and bribe attempt. A woman stopped for a traffic violation makes a bizarre attempt to evade police by running into a restroom. Inside, she discards drugs. Upon her arrest, she displays erratic and confrontational behavior, launching into racist rants and attempting to bribe officers. At the police station, her behavior escalates, including threats of suicide and physical aggression. She is charged with DUI, resisting arrest, and assaulting an officer, highlighting the challenging nature of dealing with intoxicated and uncooperative individuals. Workplace confrontation, intoxication, and arrest. A woman, terminated from her job for drinking on the job, refuses to leave the premises. She is heavily intoxicated and uncooperative, leading to police intervention. She resists arrest, claiming to be a paralegal and demanding to speak to her lawyer. The incident highlights the complexities of police work, which often involves handling disputes beyond traditional law enforcement scenarios. Multiple crashes, sued threat, and chaotic arrest. The chaotic aftermath of multiple vehicle crashes. A woman involved in the incidents threatens to sue the entire police department. Her behavior is erratic and uncooperative, forcing officers to restrain her with handcuffs and leg cuffs. A subsequent search of her vehicle reveals she has no insurance, a suspended license plate, a knife, and a partially smoked cigarette. High-speed chase, TVI stop, and drug bust. This intense chase involves a driver engaged in reckless behavior, violently slamming on brakes and making sharp turns. Police utilize the TVI technique to stop the vehicle. The subsequent search reveals a significant cache of drugs, cash, and weapons. The suspect confesses to the crimes and is sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Refusal to sign ticket, violent arrest, and protests. A seemingly simple park violation escalates dramatically when a woman refuses to sign a ticket. She becomes argumentative and uncooperative, leading to her arrest. During the arrest, she protests loudly, demanding her Miranda rights and an explanation for her arrest, even while being placed in the police vehicle. High-speed chase, crash and fire. A suspected drug trafficking vehicle, in an attempt to escape police, initiates a high-speed chase. The pursuit ends in a fiery crash as the vehicle slams into an SUV and then into a house. Flames erupt, creating a dangerous and chaotic scene. Stolen vehicle, dramatic spin-out, and arrest. Police are in pursuit of a stolen vehicle that is driven recklessly. The chase ends in a dramatic fashion with the vehicle spinning out at near 100 miles per hour. The driver is arrested at the scene. Stabbing suspect, spike strip, and arrest. A suspect wanted for stabbing a doctor is being pursued. The criminal is driving over 130 miles per hour, and in an attempt to stop the chase, police deploys a spike strip. The vehicle is stopped, and Nicholas Peresco is arrested. Rammed police car, fatal crash, and investigation. A suspect who attempts to flee a traffic stop intentionally rams a police vehicle. The following chase ends in a fatal crash, killing the suspect. Pantless drunk driver and arrest. An extremely strange situation occurs when a woman is arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol and is also found to not be wearing any pants. Stolen car, crash and arrest. After the theft of a vehicle is reported, police are in pursuit. The chase ends when the thief crashes the stolen vehicle into a police patrol car and is then arrested. High-speed chase and parked car collision. Another high-speed chase occurs, and the end result of the chase ends with the criminal crashing into a parked vehicle. These raw and unfiltered encounters offer a gripping glimpse into the challenging, high-stakes, and often dangerous realities faced by law enforcement officers every day. From split-second decisions to life-threatening confrontations, these moments showcase their bravery, skill, and dedication to maintaining public safety. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share to help us bring you even more incredible footage. Stay tuned for more thrilling law enforcement action.